You're not lazy. You're just stuck being seen as that old version of yourself. And no matter how much you try to grow, they will still see you as the one who never finishes what he starts, or someone who is weak. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a break. You, my friend, you need to rebrand your life. Why a rebrand? Well, if you don't consciously define who you are, the world will tell you exactly who you are. And trust me, the world doesn't give a fuck. So you better do it yourself. And a rebrand is nothing else than claiming who you are. So ask yourself, how do you want to be treated? And just a few people ask this themselves because a lot of people think, but I don't have control about how people treat me, right? Well, that's false. You do have control because you get what you tolerate. If you tolerate disrespect from people, well, that's exactly what you will get. If you tolerate people showing up late to you, they will keep showing up late. Everything you tolerate will happen to you to a certain extent. So if you hear all this and you think, maybe I should rebrand my life, well, you came to the right video because in this video I will explain my 4-step blueprint of how to rebrand your life that I've done myself. You probably won't see it because I darkened the whole room, but I'm not in my old room anymore. I'm in Thailand in a new room because yesterday I arrived in Thailand and I left the Netherlands behind to rebuild my life. So trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Step one, burn the old identity. You can't build a new life if you keep clinging on your old life. Okay, you need to let go. And I know it's hard to let go because it's not just one thing. You need to let go of your whole life. Everything that is not going in your way, you need to get rid of. Get rid of negative people, maybe your friends, maybe your neighbors, maybe your family. It doesn't matter. Maybe your colleagues, get rid of your job. You need to let go because people will always box you. They will put a label on you. So no matter how much you change, no matter how hard you try to be someone else, they will still label you as that old version of yourself, and they will keep doing that over and over until you start believing it yourself. I will give you an example. If everyone around you, maybe your best friends, if they all say you can't do something, you start believing you can't. While if you have a friend group who's supporting you and is saying, man, you will do this, you can do this, you start believing you can do it. It's so important. I see so many people failing in life because their environment is so negative. So if you want to change your life, you have to stop letting other people define who you are and you should take control of who you really are. Am I sweating, guys? Do you see it? But it's so hot in here. Need to get used to this, guys. But I did the same, guys. I literally left the Netherlands to go to Thailand by myself without anyone because I wanted to rebrand my life and I couldn't rebrand it with all the people around me that still saw me a certain way. I really needed to be in a space in which I know no one to really start fresh. And here I am, guys. I just did it. Step two, redesign your environment. Your environment reinforces who you truly are. What it means is they will push labels on you. If you're not normal, which is like subjective, but if you're not normal, you don't fit in the group, they will say you're weird and they will laugh at you, joke at you, disrespect you. So if you want to, let's say, if you want to be an entrepreneur and no one in your direct environment is an entrepreneur, people won't take you seriously. People will be negative. That same counts for everything, right? It's very cheesy, but it is true. You're the sum of the 5 people you hang out with. If all your friends go out every Saturday, you probably go with them. And even if you don't go, they're still in your head because on Saturday you're working and only thinking, oh, they're having so much fun, they're having so much fun. It still sucks. So even if you don't go, still you're more tempted to go. And secondly, it's like in your subconscious mind, you're still there with them. So it's very hard to remove yourself from those people around you. Like you need to remove yourself fully. You can't like disengage with certain activities. If they do things you don't stand behind, you really need to let go of those people. And redesigning your environment doesn't mean you need to go to the other side of the world. It starts with your environment, like your room, like clean your room, or cut ties with certain relationships that are toxic. Be more alone, protect your energy. Only when you're truly alone, that's the only moment you can truly be yourself. And with being alone, I don't mean alone on your phone, like swiping and texting, like really alone, you and your thoughts with no distractions. A lot of things are sucking away your energy. When you wake up, for example, you start with 100 energy points. Like watching the news, scrolling on social media, texting with friends, it all drains your energy. And some people drain more energy than others, and other people can give you energy. But protect your energy, guys, because all energy points you will waste, you won't get them back. So they're gone. You can't put them in your goals, for example. So if you have the chance, change places, go to another country or another state. That's the best because that way you're rid of everything at once. So that's like the biggest change, but it is the easiest. If you can't do that, change your circle. Don't hang out with the same people. Hang out with people that have the same goals, the same aspirations as you. If you can't change your circle because I don't know why, they are family or something, change your habits. Like have a routine, wake up, clean your room, go working, go to the gym, eat healthy. It starts with your habits. Even if you go to another place, you still need to have your habits in check. So it starts with your habits, then with the people you hang around with, and then your all round environment. But the easiest thing is if you have your habits in check to just leave your place because that's like a massive, massive boost. Step three, rebuild your standards. This is a very famous quote from, I think it's Atomic Habits. So if you understand this quote, you don't even need to read the book. So I will never be sponsored by them. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your system. And what that means is basically like your standards. So you can say, I want to be a millionaire, but if you don't have the systems to become a millionaire, those goals are useless. You need to have a solid routine, a solid system to get there. And that's very important if you want to rebrand your life to directly start implementing these systems that get you to the place you want to go. So, your life, and we said this earlier, your life is a reflection of what you tolerate. So, everything you tolerate is what you deserve. If you say, I don't deserve this, stop tolerating it and start taking action to it to prevent it again. So if you don't want to go with the bus, work harder so you can buy a car, for example. Like if you tolerate going with the bus, you will keep going with the bus. Same how people treat you. If you tolerate people treating you bad, people will keep treating you bad. And one thing I realized 6 months ago when I was at rock bottom, like, I lost all my money, lost all my confidence, lost my dad, felt fucked up. My friend got in a burnout, lost my girlfriend. Like, everything was fucked up at that point. That was like a beautiful moment. It was at the moment it sucked, but it was a beautiful moment because I realized that there's no one who was coming to save me. And that sounded harsh. It sounded very harsh, but at the same time, it was something beautiful. I thought, so if I want to get out of this shithole, I need to do it myself because no one will save me from this. And that's important for you to know because if you want to get to a certain point, if you want to become that ultimate version of yourself, you need to do it yourself. Stop relying on other people and stop blaming other people. Be 100% accountable for everything in your life. Even if it's not your fault, it's still your fault. Be 100% accountable and set high standards for yourself. Step 4 is create a new identity. At this point, we got rid of everything that kept us down. So at this point, refresh. Like, there's nothing in our way that is dragging us down. We're on a clean sheet. So this is time to build. And the thing is, your identity, it's built. It's not found. People think that you are born with a kind of identity and that stucks with you your whole life. But that's wrong. You can create your own identity. That's what's so powerful to leave your country or go to just another city. If you know no one, you can create your own identity because everyone you know has an opinion about you and you can't change that. It's so hard to change it. But if you go to another place where you know no one, you can like immediately create a kind of persona for yourself. Like in my own place, if I wanted to make YouTube videos, people would think, why are you making YouTube videos? You're not a YouTuber. Well, if I make YouTube videos here, I'm a YouTuber, and it doesn't matter if I have 2 videos or 3 videos, people identify me with a YouTuber. If I'm film myself in the gym and it's the first time they're seeing me, they think, this guy is an influencer. Like the label is already in their head. So it's way easier that way. And you can build it. You can change your identity and you can do it over and over again. You don't have to do it one time. Look, I wouldn't know why you would change like a good identity, but if your identity is bad, you can change it. And people change. Like if I get 10 years older, I have different view about life and a different view about myself. Maybe I change it again. Maybe I go to another place and change it again. Who knows? You can do this over and over again. One important thing to understand is failures don't qualify. They shape you. Like in our past life, we made mistakes. And maybe you made mistakes too. Maybe you did drugs. Maybe you stole from someone. I don't know what you did. I don't care what you did. You don't have to see them as failures. You should see it as feedback. Like we're not only changing our appearance or we're not only changing the view people have on us, we also change like how we think. Like we rewire our brain with better thinking habits. For example, we don't talk about failures. We don't fail. We only learn. So we either win or we learn. Failures are feedback. So if something goes wrong, you say, this is feedback, and next time I will do better. So that's how you need to see your old life. Don't keep staying in those negative thoughts about your like I'm a failure and stuff. Don't do that, okay? See it as feedback, and now you're better, now you're stronger, now you're wiser, right? So at this point, we can create the ultimate version of yourself. So first of all, you need to see that version. Like grab a piece of paper or write it in your iPhone notes. What is that ideal version of you? Like how does he walk? How does he talk? How does he sleep? What does he do for work? How does he wake up? Like everything from the moment he wakes up to the moment he goes to sleep. What does that person do? Write it all down and then write down who you are now and compare those two with each other and see what you need to change or what you need to get rid of to get to that point. And if you've done that, start acting now. Change today. Do it now, okay? If you see I need to be more confident, I need to stop drinking alcohol, I need to work every day on my goals, I need to stop scrolling social media. Start acting now. Do it today. Show up like that person every single day from now on. And trust me, there's no single way you won't become that guy. You will become that guy. So, rebranding is becoming who you were meant to be. That ultimate version of yourself is still you. And I'm still on the path too. Like, you're not alone. And that's like one of the most important things I realized when I did this because I was writing everything down, that ultimate version of myself. And I wrote down that version motivates and inspires people. And I thought, why I'm not doing it? Now, I can tell you why I'm not doing it because I thought I needed to be rich and successful in order to help and inspire people. But I was wrong. So I started acting like that guy immediately. Like the first day, I acted like that ultimate version of myself. So I started motivating and inspiring people. I started making content. I started sharing my lessons, my experience to help people. You don't have to wait for certain things, just start acting now. I wrote down I need to be more confident. I wrote down I need to be more positive. I need to have more respect for myself and think less about my failures in the past and more about how much I've grown. So don't wait. Don't ask no one for permission and act now. Start acting like the man you want to be today. And that's how you rebrand your life. If you think this was valuable, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Ciao!